too much crap. Too much crap. But I did sell my Dodge truck, so I'm starting to condense projects and condense funds down into projects so that I can get stuff done. So I also got some of this 1x1. I think it's like an 11 gauge, so that I can build kind of a frame and all whatnot, hoo-ha and doodads to mount up the intercooler. I may need better placement for the turbos. Don't know. Still trying to figure it out. I think square tubing will be easier to cut angles and whatever. Because if for some reason the car actually does a freaking wheelie, I don't want the whole intercooler and everything just breaking off with the bumper and leaving everything in the track. That wouldn't be good. So I need to build something to support all that. I'm thinking about using the big Volkswagen Rabbit aluminum radiator, maybe, because it's smaller and cools pretty decent. They used to use those in a lot of hot rod builds where they had tight spaces. So, there's something about using a Volkswagen radiator. Be a lot smaller than the one I got. And then I'll still put that Ford fan up there and just suck air through everything. And that might be the way to go. Anyhow, I got the water pump mounted up. I did mount up the power steering pump and the alternator. So everything's on the front of the motor here. Kind of giving me an idea of where things have to be. I don't know if I rotate that down and set it over here. Thing is the front tires are hanging up in the air right now. Get it down on the ground, those are going to come up, and then your turn radius and stuff, I got to watch all that stuff. This is a part I don't know that I'm good at, so I'll figure it out, I guess, or I won't. I'm going to get after it though. Alright, so once again it's past 12:30, but it was a late start today because all the snow. Waiting for roads to clear up and stuff before I went out, but I picked up my MIG welder from my buddy's house and my saw. Oh, I went to Harbor Freight and I got a spool gun for my MIG welder. But this is, what, I guess because it's after midnight, it's Saturday. So I got like, what, 4 days before I got to hit the road to LS Fest West. But anyways, let me show you what I've been doing. I pretty much got this laid out. I changed the configuration of the turbos a little bit. All it is just moving stuff around. I haven't cut or welded anything else. So this one is still here, rearranged a little bit. This one is just flipped over and then the turbo's facing the other way. My my oil lines fit, intake manifold fits. So then my piping comes off of here. I'll cut a hole in here in the radiator support. I'm going to get a piece of angle iron up here to sit over the pegs, sit behind that center brace, and that holds that pretty solid. So I'll get a piece of angle iron, drill a couple of holes, and then bolt it down on top behind that brace like that. All that will be solid. So the intercooler's up there. The radiator, I'm thinking of VW Rabbit, like a Mark I Rabbit radiator. And then both of my outlets are on this side over here, where I need them for an LS anyways. It's shorter and not quite as tall. So that pipe over there should be good to go. If not, we'll see. Then that pipe comes out on the 90 elbow. Comes up on a 45 and another 45. I think here I'll be able to take this U, cut it, and then be able to get down to the outlet down there once I cut a hole through there. So that piping will fit. I have another set of this 3-inch pipe coming. And so I don't like this one. This one's a little short. It's a little short to go between these two. I'd like to get it a little closer. And then I also have a boot to go from this to this coming as well. Should be on its way. I have a 90-degree fitting to come off of the front timing cover down there for the oil drain back from the turbos, so that I can do this drain back and the drain back on this guy up here. Yeah, so I think with that new kit, maybe I'll take another tube and make it a little better. Maybe a little better fit. Maybe I'll just do that and then pie cut it, you know, so it comes up closer. So it doesn't have such a big, huge gap because it's not perfect. But then I've got the blow-off valve, which actually looks like it's for like a 2.5-inch radius. So I'll have to work on that a little bit, and then I'll weld it on. Probably use the spool gun. But I don't know, this is really thin aluminum. And I'm not good at TIG welding. So I don't know if I should stick it up here, or if I should stick it over here. I'm thinking I'm going to stick this over here, and then I may get a, I may actually pie cut that differently, but what I might do is go get a different air temperature, intake air temperature sensor. Because what I have is the one that came with the Holly, and it looks like it's in on a grommet, and I don't want to blow it out. So I may get one of the Spectre ones or whatever. It's like the little slot style, and then I can actually change some of this up as well. I might be able to use that tighter radius that I don't like for here. I might be able to use it in here with the Spectre and then put on the blow-off valve. But I don't know. We'll see. But then I also have, I think I've got a really big, like a 4-inch U bend with like long ends and a U coming for the exhaust pipe. And so what I'm thinking what I might do is I might take like half of the U and turn it that way, and then go back and then turn another U, or go long and then an up U shape at the end. So it kind of comes around and goes back and then comes up. That way I have a place to put my O2 sensor, at least 18 inches from the back side of the turbo, so I can get a decent reading. And maybe then I'll put a tractor flapper or something on it. I don't know. Maybe stuff a football in it or something. like a Nerf football or something. Keep the rain out when I'm not running. But I think, see, I've got tons of room in here now. So I got this in there, that's solid. And then I still have to get the transmission cooler in. So I'll work on that tomorrow. But I set up the little braces at the bottom that I welded on and bolted the bottom side of the intercooler too. So I may make something that'll go on that, some frame that'll hold the transmission cooler, and then I'll make my AN6 lines going back to the transmission from here. But I'm waiting on the fittings to go in the transmission for the AN6 lines, the -6 lines. So I can't hook it to the transmission yet, but I can fab all that up and have all that ready. So I think after that, it leaves me messing with fuel injectors, and it leaves me messing with maybe trying to make a block off plate over that hole where the whole heater AC box went. And yeah, I think I need to maybe think about looking at getting some tires for this thing, because these ones are really, really old. But I know the one in the back has a screw in it or something, so maybe look at a set of new shoes for this one. And of course then I got the drag tires that I bought last year, and I'll take them with me to Vegas. And then I'll have to put together like a basic road tool kit in case I break down or something. Yeah. But it's coming together. It's, you know, I'm going to call this my Tower of Power, my compound turbskis. Call that the Tower of Power. And actually, if you're driving, your view isn't horrible. So, kind of like it. So, it's coming together. It really is. 4 days. 4 days is what I got. And I gotta try and wrap these in the turbo blanket things that I got. The heat shield things. And hopefully I can get them on there. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm dirty. I'm filthy. I'm going home. Gonna call it a day. I'm just been trying to get a little done. You know, it's actually a lot farther than you would think, but it's still a long ways because I still know nothing about tuning, and I still got to tune it after this. So I'm hoping maybe, just maybe, I can have it running on Monday or something, and then maybe I can take it down to the local dyno shop or whatever, see if they can't throw a tune on it, and see what happens from there. You know, at least get something going. You know, after rebuilding the rear end with the 411s, I haven't gotten enough driving on it to know if I set it up right. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be like a roadkill episode or something, but we're going to get her done. We're going to at least try, even if I get stranded somewhere or if I break it in Vegas. Yeah, oh well. But I don't know. That just looks wild. I'm not going to be able to put a hood on that, because that's just a tower of power, man. That's all that is, Tower of Power. Back at it today. Today is Saturday. Had to wait forever for the Amazon delivery guy because I was way out in the sticks and he was running around with chains on because of all the snow and mud. But it was a good day because I was able to get a whole bunch of the parts that I've been waiting for in to do a lot of the fabricating stuff. So I got boxes of stuff, like 6 different things I ordered came in. I went ahead and I grabbed this Dorman intake manifold that I've had sitting around waiting for a use. I'm thinking I'm going to put that doorman up there instead because it just looks bigger, and I'm going for obnoxious, I guess, at this point. So I'll do that. So let's get to the meat and potatoes and stuff. So I brought down the radiator that was in there, see if that still fits. I doubt it. I got the Ford radiator fan that I got out of the junkyard at a U-Pull yard, and then I got a VW Rabbit or Jetta radiator with the fans, and I know that one's small enough to fit in there. And one of the things about the Volkswagen, the Mark I radiators, back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s, people were using these dang radiators like crazy for hot rods. The dual pass whatever radiators or whatever. This one's been hit by a lot of hail, been sitting out the yard for years. But you can see how densely packed all the fins are in these things, and then all of the different passes that they go through, and then it's like a 2-core thick. I'm thinking I may have to get like a flat tow trailer, borrow somebody's, or find one cheap to buy or something, and tow it behind my Chevy van, my 1-ton van, just to get down to LS Fest. At least then I can sit there in the pits and work on the car, try and get it running. You know, hopefully somebody will help me out with some knowledge in tuning at least, and you know, we'll go from there. But anyways, I'm getting off subject again. I lose stuff all the time and then find it when I don't need it then. So I got 2 3-port Mac valve kits off of Amazon with the push lock hose and the push lock fittings. So I got 2 of those. I got 1 for each wastegate, and then I got a reducer 3.5 to 3, and I believe this should fit. This should fit from this turbo to that pipe, basically the 3-inch pipe off of the big turbo, because the big turbo, this outlet is so friggin' huge. So I got like a 3.5 to 3 reducer so that I can get that pipe on there. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, here's my 90. I'm hoping this 90 will clear a harmonic balancer down there. I'm hoping it'll clear, being a little bit tighter. I may have to put it on before I put the balancer on. But I did order a Summit LS truck with, you know, the underdrive pulley, and it's got the underdrive pulley for the alternator that's SFI approved. I did order one of those. I think it'll be here like Tuesday or Wednesday maybe. And I'm thinking maybe the reduction in the size of the pulley might actually let that clear. So I'm going to work on fabricating the turbo drain hoses to get that all set up. Yeah, so I got that. Then the next box, I'm kind of surprised that it got here as quick as it did, but I got another set of 3-inch intercooler, or, you know, turbo cold side piping. So that way my piping can at least look halfway decent. And then what I'm going to try and do is, I got some of, you know, you see like the infomercials on TV or whatever, like, you know, weld aluminum without a welder. Just use a torch and then just, you know, repair this aluminum soda can. And oh, look, it's so strong. It's stronger where you repaired it. Well, yeah, I kind of went that route. I went and got some Forney aluminum brazing rod things. So, since I really stink at TIG welding, and really my my cold side piping shouldn't be that hot. So, because I think this holds up to like, yeah, its melting point is 732 degrees. If I have an intake air charge temperature that high, I got other problems besides my cold side piping coming apart on me. So, you know, I figure what the heck, I'll give it a try and see how it works. I'll make a video. Be like, hey, how to weld without having a welder when you're trying to weld aluminum or something. But anyways, I'll try and make a video. I'll see how it goes. I'll try and make a video. I want to try and eliminate as many of these couplers as I possibly can. But since I got the spool gun, I may be able to do it with the spool gun, but I'm thinking it might get too hot with the spool gun and burn holes in the aluminum. As obnoxious as this is, I actually kind of like it. It's kind of exciting. Kind of exciting to have all this tower of power up here, just sticking all the way up. Well, heck, it's as tall or taller than the roof of the car, man. That's friggin' cool. It's obnoxiously cool, and it's kind of a rat rod anyways, and it's a work in progress, so might be fun. So here we're going to go. I've spewed way too much. I'm already over 21 minutes on this thing. I'm going to have to edit out a lot of what I said and try and have it make some sense. But, yeah. So I got a bunch of stuff. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff. And hopefully I'm going to get a bunch of stuff done. And then hopefully I can do a bunch of stuff in the ECU with the computer. And hopefully when I turn the key, it does a whole bunch of stuff. And I see turbo spinning and stuff, because that would be awesome. So, I got deliveries coming tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think maybe. But I got to leave out on Wednesday to head to Vegas. So, it's a tight squeeze. I'm not a guy that does these, look, I did it in 5 days, 5-day build. You know, I'm one-man band, a single guy show. It's just me, basically. It is just me. So, I do what I can. I set goals. I fail a whole lot. I mean, heck, I still got goals on my whiteboard for, I don't know, 2020, September of 2020. I wanted to do the Colorado Springs airport attack. And then it all got canceled and everything went to hell, and everything has been crap ever since. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've ever showed you guys my whiteboard here. But I've got cleaning my shop. I had bought a bunch of stuff because I wanted to build a vapor blasting cabinet. I still got stuff I got to do on my Sebring. I've never really finished putting it back. Well, I've done some of that. It's registered. But anyways, I got a bunch of stuff for my Sebring from when I replaced the motor after throwing a rod. I've got the 84 CB700 SC scrambler build thingy I got going on, kind of half-assed in the corner. And then I got an R6 motor. Yeah. Is that the R6? I think that's the R6 motor. And then I've got a YZF 600R motor. I think that's way back in the corner over on that side. I got a 305 Chevy engine sitting right over there. I got the 68 Harley-Davidson Rapido, which is right back there. I don't know, you can probably see it. But I got the red Trans Am right here. Oh, look, I got a rear view mirror in there. See, it's on there so long it doesn't even want to wipe off, but I did that. Rear view mirror is done. I got one on there, see? I got a rear view mirror on there. Woohoo! I still haven't connected up to cruise control. I don't know how that's going to work now. I got the black Camaro, which I was telling you about, which I was my engine run stand that I was working on building over there with my mock-up motor on it. My 82 GMC pickup, which is now in the yard at home. Oh, the 85 300Z, I already gave that one away. That one's gone. So that one is, nope, gone. See, look at that. I'm crossing stuff off my whiteboard. The white Camaro, yeah, that's a back burner. And then my Nomad wagon, that's a back burner too. The Camaro, the maroon Camaro, which is Project Blue Chip. So that one's kind of up in the air. The Subaru WRX. That one, heck, the motor's right over there. Still working on that one. So, and then now I got 2 Chinese scooters. And I got, well, at least I got rid of my Dodge truck. I sold that one, so that I can concentrate and do more on the projects I got going on. Because I got projects on projects on projects that are parts of projects. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Anyways, so, yeah. There's a lot going on. Plus, you know, I got the 8100. I got the 408. I got rush repair to do on this guy. I got a Volkswagen, I got the Dune Buggy, the Model T Dune Buggy stuff that I got in December at Christmas. So, you know, I mean, I got projects on projects on projects, and I got to get. I mean, a lot of this stuff over on this side is from the 82 truck, because I stripped it all down. A lot of that stuff on that, not that shelf down there, but that one up there. A lot of that is pickup truck. Some of it's Camaro. And that's all Camaro up there. And then that's rear quarters from another Firebird that I bought. A Formula Firebird that had a good body, no title. It was all stripped down. So I bought it to cut up the body for pieces for the FireTurd, so that I can turn it from a FireTurd into like a fiery Phoenix bird or something. You know, I got my shelf of, I got paint, I got LS parts, I got way too much crap. So, anyways, now I'm at almost 30 minutes. So I'm going to cut it here, go back to a time lapse, listen to my music, and hopefully get a whole bunch more done, because the clock is ticking. I'm up late doing lines. So yeah, I've been making a whole bunch of these AN lines. What a pain in the duff. Yep. So, of course, the oil feed lines, they're hooked up and done. Right now, I'm working on making these return lines. I got the balancer off because this doesn't fit behind the balancer. And I'm hoping when I get the new Summit balancer that's undersized, it'll clear that. Otherwise, I'm kind of hosed. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. And I suppose if I had to, I could try and move one somewhere else. What a pain in the butt. It would be different if it was a bung that went 90 degrees out the side. I could just put a straight fitting on there and hook it right in. But anyways, so I got basically all this stuff is up where it's gonna be pretty much. I got a special rounded clamp that I'm gonna use on this because it looks like that it's maybe 3 1/4 and not 3 1/2. So that's a little bit big. It fits right down here on the bell, but I didn't think about that. Like that edge being thicker than the part behind it when I ordered this. So this is a 3 1/2 to 3. But hopefully I can get that clamped down and make boost. But I got to go through and put all the clamps on everything for all the tubes. But exhaust comes out through this turbo here. When it wastegates, it bypasses the turbo. It goes up, everything goes then into this big turbo. Air comes into here, compresses, goes down to here, gets compressed again, goes down, comes through. Oops. Comes through the radiator support. I'm going to trim a little bit more over here so that that aluminum isn't rubbing on anything there, because that'll chew a big hole in it. And then that comes down to the intercooler. Now this intercooler is 4 inches thick, so it's freaking huge, ginormous. Then it comes over here, comes out here, comes into a new piece of pipe I got, which is crazy. The new pipe I have that I bought, this stuff is much thicker aluminum than this cheesy cheap stuff I bought on eBay. This stuff's really, I mean that tube's almost twice as thick as that. But anyways, it comes up and does a 45, comes out on this 45, and I had a piece that I had been working on years ago, practicing welding TIG for aluminum, but it looks like I can get it to fit and work. So that goes up and then goes into the intake. So I just got to figure out where to put my blow-off valve, where to put my other external wastegate, and where I'm going to put an intake air temperature sensor. Yeah, because I need to know what the temperature of my intake air is. Oh man, look at that. Another friggin', that's the one thing I don't like about this stuff. All these seals come off of the dang plugs, connectors. But then I got to put in the transmission oil cooler, which is going to be 2 more lines that I'm going to have to make for the oil cooler. Let me see if I can. There it is, TPS sensor. Okay, so that's where that seal goes. Okay, don't want to lose any seals on my connectors. So I've got the -6 AN hose to make the lines for the transmission cooler, but I have yet to figure out exactly how I want to mount that cooler up here. The lines come off this side of the transmission, so I want to keep it this way. I'd like it to side feed in drop down and then go back to the transmission. Instead of top feed, go swirl around and come back out. But I don't know, maybe it's better to go in the top and then out the top and then run back around and then back to the transmission. But that has to mount up here somewhere. This is the power steering cooler, and I don't know. I got to figure out how I'm going to mount that bad boy up there too, because I don't want it just flopping around. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so it's coming together slowly but surely, and then I'll have the front bumper to put on. I may not get to a air dam on the bottom. I don't know. It's a mad push. I mean, it's after midnight again, so it's now officially Sunday. So it is the beginning of the week that LS Fest West begins. So, LS Fest West, I got, what, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'd like to be on the road Wednesday and Thursday because it's like 800 and something miles. But I don't know. I may not get out of here on Wednesday. I may get out of here late on Wednesday, which I'd be okay with leaving late on Wednesday, getting in some driving, and then being able to finish the driving on Thursday. That would be okay with me. But that line I got over there is going to come straight off of the top turbo drain and come down and then 90 right into this Y block. But I'm trying to make sure that everything has a downward slope to it. So I'm figuring the rubber hose, I may have to put something between that and the that hose down there and the clamp on the lower radiator hose. I don't know. We'll see what I got to do there. Oh man, there I go yawning. It's too early for that. I got too much stuff to do. But I don't even have a tune in this thing yet. I did pick up some new O-rings for all of the injectors so that I can make sure that I've got brand new O-rings. My other set of... I've got another set of flex fuel injectors, but they are a different connector style yet. So I can't use them unless I cut wires and splice it in, which I could do with my adapters. But, you know, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do have extra injectors to take with me, which probably will be a good thing. Yeah. I do have a 3-bar map sensor. What's 3-bar? 3-bar is 14.7 is 1 bar or something. 14.7. This is 28, 29.4. So 30, 43, about 44 psi, I guess. So about 44 psi. I don't know. I may, if I should be okay with that because I don't plan on pushing a whole lot of boost because I don't have the fuel system for it. I think I'm probably running enough fuel system for maybe 600 horsepower if I'm lucky with one Bosch 44. Yeah, but it'll be a fun car anyways. It's just wild and crazy. It's not like Kyle's 8 turbo LS swap Mustang. But it is pretty cool in my eyes. And yeah, so in the next few days I'm going to be getting a whole bunch of parts, and I'm going to have to rush. I'm seeing if I can't borrow a car trailer, like a pull-behind car trailer, or looking into maybe purchasing one, because I could use one anyways. But if it's a pull-behind, I can use my 3500 Chevy van, and then I can throw the FireTurd on a trailer and haul it down to LS Fest West. And then if it's not quite finished, I can do a little work in the parking lot, and then maybe I can get some people to help me put a tune in it, or, you know, whatever. Because I think I'm signed up for the dyno challenge, and I'm signed up for the drag strip, but like, I know I'm not going to win no dyno challenge because I ain't got the fuel system for it. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't have the injectors. I don't have the fuel pumps. I don't have enough to be pushing no, 1,000, 1,500 horsepower or whatever. Yeah, nope. But it'll be fun to just go do it, and at least maybe I can get some initial dyno numbers on the car. So that would be cool. And yeah, that's where I'm at. It's been all day. I'm still going to have to tighten up this body mount, but I'm going to have to take the battery out in order to get, well, I might be able to get a wrench underneath the battery tray and then get that all tightened up. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, I still got to tighten this body mount. All the other body mounts are tightened, to include this one over here. And yeah, here I am rushing at the last minute, really hoping that I make it. So I don't know, we'll see. But I'm getting a whole lot closer. And even if I don't make it to LS Fest West, it's not going to kill me. I really want to get there. I'm really pushing and trying. But the only thing I lose is my entry fee because it's non-refundable. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to keep pushing and trying to get this done, because even if I don't make it to LS Fest West, I think Pueblo is, the drag strip in Pueblo, I think, is going to be open this coming weekend. So that could be interesting. There's other stuff to do, although I really want to get to LS Fest West. So that's the push. I'm going to keep working, getting back to it. This little bottle is freaking awesome. Squeeze bottle. I got the ATF in there right now. That's going to make it really nice. I knocked it off the dang radiator support earlier, and it didn't spill. Love that bottle. I got, I think I got like 3 of these small ones and 3 bigger ones for various things around the shop because they're awesome. So I use that to pre-lube the bearings and the turbos, and then I'll use that to pre-fill my cooler lines and the cooler when I get it hooked up for the transmission. So this rabbit radiator actually fits up in there pretty good. I have to figure out how to mount the dang thing though. Yeah, I don't know the condition of that radiator either. It's been sitting outside for years. So I was thinking maybe I might be better off just keeping the other radiator I know that works. Maybe taking and routing this side out and up and through there, except in order to clear in between the fender, I have to cut this little edge off of the radiator support in there where the wires are. But then I could go around that, come out here above the battery, maybe. Like, maybe I can come around there, come up and then into the intake. Because I've got enough intercooler piping, cold side piping, to be able to change stuff around. Because then I could fit the regular big radiator that I got in there. So maybe I'll try and do that. But right now, my brain is ceasing to function because it is already like 2:30 in the morning. So I'm about to just call it a day. But I'm going to call it a night, go home, get some sleep, and at least I got more done today. So I will see you on this next one. I might just aim that bad boy straight up in the air. Kind of make it an afterthought, basically. I could rotate it all the way over. Make it go sideways or something. I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy. Just give it some kind of freaking pipe. Earlier this morning, before I got a second wind, I was like falling asleep on my feet. But I think I'm going to make it. And I'm excited now. I'm really stoked. And so, yeah, I've got a huge mess in here now. And it's going to get even messier before I get back from Vegas. So, oh, I got to fix a ground that I broke over here too. I have a ground that I broke, ground wire I broke, and I think it's to the lights. So I'll find that out when I plug the whole front clip back on it. But yeah, I'm not driving it on the street, I don't think, or at least not from right now. So I can worry about that later. And yeah, I'm excited to do a first start because this is the second LS motor I've done because I threw the rods out of the block on the first one because of paint. And this is the first turbo setup I have ever done, ever. And to me, it's just wild. I got big turbos and hoses and wires and tubes and piping and stuff everywhere. So I am thrilled. I'm excited. I'm freaking stoked. And I'll probably go to Vegas and blow this thing up. And I'll have so much fun. So anyways, first start coming up in a minute. Here we go. First start. First start. An old tune. Should have plenty of fuel for turbos. Let's see. No back valves working, but let's see how all this thing is. on. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh man. She sounded pretty good too. Oh yeah. All right, I'm going home. I'm gonna do some other stuff at home. Try and get the trailer fixed and the lights fixed on the van. Well, I gotta fix the trailer here. Try and get the lights fixed on the van, the wiring, so that I got lights on the trailer. Come down here, get this one loaded up. Yeah. Yeah.